indeed with you. Holy Circle Gaming. Thank you for rocking with your boy like always. Definitely a privilege and an honor to do as such. Y'all see what we getting into. We back at it. Marvel Puzzle Quest. Continuing the series. There's a lot of things that's jumping off this week, so we're going to go ahead and jump right into it. First and foremost, reality season. We're still smack dab in the middle of it currently. We just finished week 1. We're in the middle of week 2. You have a couple of versus events going on right now. You also have your Shield event that's been jumping off since the top. The Made Man series featuring Vision, that's what's happening currently. And you also have upcoming, and roughly in my time, about 13 minutes or so from now, we have the Naughty or Nice versus series, which is kind of cool because this is one where you're going to have like good characters and bad characters alike. So the ones that are powered up, they took some of the good guys and paired all the good guys up. Cyclops, Kamala Khan, Luke Cage, Rocket and Groot, people whom they deem are the nice guys. Then you have like the bad guys or the naughty ones. Hood, Magneto, Dakin, Bullseye, Juggernaut, Kingpin, basically all the bad guys. So they didn't power up every single character according to this structure, but they took a good 10 of each, which is good because it still gives the versus mode some good balance. So to do the Naughty and Nice events is going to be really, really good. As far as like the rewards that you could get from it, if you are in level 7, which I am currently in, you're basically playing for the Gwenpool, which for people who already have the Gwenpool 4-star, it's a very top-notch 4-star. And we're going to get into that. That's going to be on a video upcoming where I'm actually going to break it down top to bottom what I feel is top level 1 stars, top level 2 stars, top level 3 stars, and 4 stars. And I kind of thrown tidbits about it here and there, but there was on the D3 boards, on the discussion boards, they actually have the voting and it's completely done. So I'm going to basically break down the voting of what everybody voted as top characters and give you my impressions of it. But that's going to be upcoming in a future video. But in this, as far as like the versus modes, there's going to be a lot of good characters to play for. Rocket and Groot if you're on the bottom end of it as well. So it's definitely a lot of good cards to play for in this particular versus mode. But what I jumped on for more so than anything else is this particular story mode. They got 2 things cooking right now. First and foremost, they got Thanos. New character they just introduced to the game, and they gave out 2 different versions. If you're familiar with it from the Doctor Strange, where they gave a 5-star version of the Doctor Strange and a 3-star version of the Doctor Strange, with the Thanos character, they did the exact same thing. There is a 5-star version of the Thanos and a 3-star version of the Thanos. And they started to do these specialized events to kind of boost up that particular character. Now, I will probably break down the character momentarily, but I definitely want to show you this. This is the crash of the Mad Titan. This was one of the first things that jumped off. This happened earlier today. So what this looks like broken down is what? It really looks like the Deadpool daily setup, correct? Exactly, but it has something that's really unique to that mix, and that's this part right here. This is where you go against Thanos himself with a specialty character. Now, the specialty characters that you could use is Star-Lord, Drax, or Rocket and Groot. Funny, I don't have Star-Lord, I don't have Drax, but I do have an upgraded Rocket and Groot. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a stab at this real fast, and while we're jumping on, I'm going to take a stab at this, give you a little bit of gameplay. I'm going to put my Rocket and Groot against the Thanos and see if I can actually take him down. Now, when you complete it all, and I'll show it to you momentarily, when you complete everything down, you are actually able to get 4,000 ISO 8, and so as ISO 8 becomes more and more of a premium, you definitely want to kind of maximize and do this to the T. And like a Deadpool daily quest, I don't have a 1-star currently, and this is the one time where I really would need a 1-star to kind of complete this, because I need a 1-star character to kind of fulfill the first part of the quest, and I don't have that 1-star. So if you have a 1-star, if you're sitting on a 1-star, this is definitely going to be the good time to actually utilize that 1-star to kind of boost it up a little bit. So you could go ahead and get you this particular quest, because there is some covers that you could pull in regards to it. and so you definitely want to make sure that you have that intact. Now, you can see kind of the abilities that it has here. The Court of Death, you know, it stuns all characters for 2 turns and deals damage 36,000 or 3,000 damage to all enemies, and 900 to Thanos himself. That's pretty strong right there. The secondary title right here creates a 4-turn purple tile while it's on the board. Thanos deals extra 80% match damage, and no tiles may be destroyed or changed except by Thanos. That means you can't destroy any tiles, and he does 80% match damage. So basically, he's doing double damage in the process. So that's the purple ability, which is a very good one. And then the green ability, the Come and Get Me, puts down a 3-turn countdown tile at the end of and moves Thanos to the front at the end of the turn. Then once it goes off, it does another 4K worth of damage. That's a lot of damage that he does. So it's definitely a really good character, believe it or not. I don't believe that my Rocket Groot will be able to take it out. I don't think my Rocket Groot is strong enough, but we'll see. So I'm gonna definitely try to make a good run at it real fast and see if I take it down first go around. That's bonus points. I highly doubt that's gonna happen though, because normally when you're playing against a character of this magnitude, it takes an awful lot, and normally it takes me 2 runs to actually get a character like this down, because I have to get used to how Thanos plays, and then secondly, without having like Drax or Star-Lord, which are 4 stars like souped up, I think it's more suited for those characters to take Thanos down as opposed to a maxed out Rocket Groot. That's just a personal opinion, but I think that's what it would take to make it a much easier task, to be honest with you. But what it looks like here, as far as like matching up and gameplay is concerned, it looks like I'm matching up pretty okay against Thanos right now. I'm not completely knocked down, but I am at a significant disadvantage, as you well see. Hopefully, the Blamo We Got You could definitely get me back on track a little bit, but it doesn't look like it's going to be the case. Looks like it's going to be a real push and go struggle. But the one thing about Rocket and Groot that it does give me a slight advantage in this instance is that if I get enough yellows on the board, I could definitely keep myself alive by utilizing the yellows. I think that's going to be my only real saving grace in this regard, because if I don't get the yellows, I'm in trouble. Now see how he kind of put that timer out there? I got to find a way to get this timer completely out. If I don't get it out in three plays, this one's going to be in essence over. So I gotta play the yellows here, and man, I really wish I could have had a green play on this side, in which I don't. Wow, that's gonna take all the damage. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get him out on this run. Wow, because the green is way out of position here, and I don't have a yellow to kind of bring me back. Yeah, I don't have a real play, so I think that's over, because that's going to do 4,000 damage. That's going to take me completely out. That happens, you know, and that's why I said Rocket and Groot is not necessarily the right character to play against Thanos. I think the right character would more so be Drax or Star-Lord, but the problem is that I didn't really get a good draw either. I'm going to try it one more time, actually. I'll run it one more time. I didn't get a good draw with the yellows, and that was the other thing. Well, I had a bunch of yellows early, but I didn't get a bunch of yellows late, and I really would need more so a bunch of greens to kind of supplement those yellows. So what I'm going to do is kind of play yellow and green heavy. Just go around, so I'm going to give it a second pass, and hopefully going yellow heavy and green heavy will definitely, blue heavy and green heavy would definitely help, and hopefully the yellows kind of kick in when I need them to. Because currently, like right now, I'm still well behind Infinite Power. See how I'm like well behind? And he does a lot of damage. This Infinite Power is doing match damage, like top end match damage, really firm. So I have to get this one out of the way, and I really didn't want to. I wanted to get something yellow, but I didn't have a choice in the matter. And that's what's tough about this character, because Thanos could do a lot of damage really fast, and I think that's what they're trying to display here by putting it up against Rocket and Groot is that if you don't have the right characters to match up, that it's going to be a problem taking this character out, because I didn't do any damage against him whatsoever. Hopefully this gives me some help though. Yeah, the team-ups are not helping me right now. I'm going to have to go blue. Infinite power again. Wow. What I'm going to have to do, I'm going to have to go with that. Yeah, the I am Groot is not, I don't know why that's not triggering off. The I am Groot did not trigger off twice, because normally if you're below 25% health, always when an ally makes it, well, yeah, that's toast. I'm not going to be able to beat him. The only way you're going to be able to beat him is if you get a bunch of greens. Yeah, you're going to have to get a bunch of green tiles to beat him. I don't think I'm going to be able to beat him with Rocket and Groot, because you need an ally to kind of help you out to match the yellows for you, and that's not going to work. So, but I'll figure out a way. I'll figure out a way to kind of dial that up to see. But that's what you kind of want to see when it comes to Thanos. When Thanos is maxed out, that's the type of damage that he does, and it's a very tough character to go up against, especially going one-on-one. But that's a good character if you so happen to pull one. It so happen to be a good card, and I will tell you that I do have a Thanos in a hole already, in which I will likely be able to utilize it at some point, because I do have room to add another character into the mix. So as I get more of the Thanos, I'll definitely add them into the mix as far as like my squad is concerned, at least a 3-star version. If I so happen to get the 5-star version of Thanos, that will be a plus and a bonus. So I'll definitely make sure I'll add him in if I get the 5-star version for sure. So that's what's going on there. I didn't get a chance to get the other footage up because I wanted to get this one up instead of the footage that I had previously on queue for you. So let me kind of get you up to speed as far as like the roster is concerned. I know you kind of had a little peek at it, but let me show you the roster. Roster kind of stayed exactly as put. The only thing that I added that y'all may not have known was the Iron Man Model 40. Now, when I talk about the top 1 star, 2 stars, 3 stars, 4 stars, you're going to be surprised. Cause I looked at the list. You're going to be surprised of what everybody said, what was the highest ranked cards in each of those tiers. And I was a little bit surprised too. Some of it I got right, some of it I have wrong. And what I'm going to break down is what I have currently, how it matches up to the rankings, and how the rankings aren't necessarily the buy all and end all. But that's going to be on a future video that I'm going to probably cut sometime in the near future, most likely tomorrow. So that's kind of what we're going on there. But as far as like the squad is concerned, not too many major league changes to it. Added Iron Man 40, have the 3-star Thor in there. As you well see in the hole, the Thanos is in the hole, Punisher's in the hole, Mr. Fantastic and Kingpin. So I have a lot of decisions I have to make as far as 4 stars is concerned. I do have Gamora. I have a bunch of Gamoras in the hole. I'm not big on Gamora, but I don't know if I'm going to utilize it, because once you have enough of a card, you probably should put them on your line. But it kind of goes into what people were saying in the comments. A lot of times it's good to keep as many 3 stars as you can for the Deadpool daily quest, more so than anything else. But you're going to get to a point where you're just not going to have enough room, but we'll see. I'm not sure about Gamora. But what I do need to do, I do have some covers that I do need to pull, so I'm definitely going to pull those real fast for you. With these particular covers, there's a lot of different vaults that are jumping off right now. One of which is a Naughty and Nice vault, in which I'll go into some details about that in a little bit. The Crash of the Mad Titan, in which I do have a coin for that, so I'll go over that one as well, because there's a lot of different details in each of those. The Taco Vault, I have a lot in the Taco Vault. I don't know if I broke down the Taco Vault just yet, but I'll break that down for you if need be. The Hunt, which I have to finish that up as well, so I'll break down the numbers for that. Then I have one in the Galactus Hungers, which is basically a 2-star, 3-star, 4-star shot. We'll go over numbers of that as well. Purple Rain, as y'all well see, if you want to utilize 25 command points to get a free crack at the 5-star Thanos. You can. It's a 10% chance that you could do it. Everything else kind of falls in 4-star. So it's a pretty risky proposition, but a 10% chance. You might want to take a crack at it. I'm not sure. I don't think that I will. I think I'm going to utilize my command points in one of these two areas, not necessarily for Thanos, at least not just yet, unless I see enough people utilizing that 5-star Thanos where it's going to be the buy all and end all. I more so, from the looks of it, from abilities, I more so like the 3-star and 5-star Doctor Strange more so than I like the 3-star and 5-star Thanos, but I may have a different impression of it as I start to utilize those characters more. I have two in the heroic, 4 in the elite, and I think I have only 3 in the standard. So let's go ahead and pull these really fast. Hopefully we do really well in these pulls. The last time I had a cover pull, I didn't show it to you on video, because that's the video I didn't put up, but I did fairly well on those. It wasn't extremely fire, but it was really good throughout. Out of the 3 standards, you know, 3 1-stars, which is very typical for the course. With the elites, it was kind of cool because I was trying to predict how many 3-stars I would get versus 2-stars, and the ratio was I got at least 5. So it was really cool. So it actually helped the line out an awful lot. So, and we're starting off with another 3-star coming off the elite, which is definitely a good look. And that Black Panther is definitely a great pull right out the gate coming out of the elite. So definitely a good pull there. Follow it up with a 2-star Dakin, so I'm not mad at that, which I won't utilize any 2-stars right now, even though people are starting to try to farm these 2-stars, but I'm not personally going to do that. Another 3-star, right back into another 3-star, and that's Blade. That actually helps really well too. Black Panther I needed some help on, Blade I needed some help on, so definitely helps them to champion up. So that's 2 really good pulls back to back. And then we'll follow it up with the 2-star Ares, which is definitely a solid pull as well, but it's only good for me for 250 coins, or ISO 8, excuse me. 2-star, 3-star, 4-star. 2-star here for the heroic, which is the Human Torch, which is funny because I just recently maxed out my 3-star Human Torch, and so then they're going to double up and give me 2 Human Torch here, a Storm here, so not bad. Not bad out of the heroic, kind of what I expected there. Now let's go ahead and break down let's do the Galactus Hunters first. Let's go ahead and do this. I only have 1 coin here to pull for you. In this particular breakdown, it has a 2.8% chance to get the 3-star Wolverine, a 12% chance to get that Steve Rogers, the 0.6% chance to get Thanos, 0.7% chance to get Ghost Rider, the 4-star Ghost Rider. So Ghost Rider is important in regards to the story mode that's jumping off right now. The 3-star Thanos kind of falls in line with most of the other 3-stars. They all kind of fall in at 0.6%, so it's not changing your odds any. If I so happen to pull a 2-star, the ratio that I get a Captain America's 2-star is very likely. And if I get a 3-star, the likelihood of it being Wolverine is going to be very high. So let's see what we get. Is it a 2-star, a 3-star, or a 4-star? Let's see what we got. It's a 2-star. Likelihood is going to be Captain America because you got a 10% chance. But it so happened to be Dakin, which is kind of odd because the ratio would have been that I should have gotten a Captain America because it's a 10% chance or a 12% chance. But for me to get a Dakin, it actually says an awful lot because that is basically out of the norm as far as like the ratio is concerned. Now with the hunt right here, you have like a 3-shot to get the Gamora, which would add into the Gamoras that I have. But the 4-stars is what I'm interested in. Spider-Gwen, Professor X, is that what it looks like there? The Charles Xavier, and that Winter Soldier. Any one of those 4-stars will be a very solid 4-star. 3-stars that are in there are kind of the standard 3-stars has been in everything else. Actually, you have like 4 shots to get that Gamora. So very high probability if it's a 3-star, it's a Gamora. But we'll see. I got 1 shot at it. Let's take a look at it and see. Do we get something really good out of it? What I would really like is that 4-star coin. But we'll see. Got that 2-star Moonstone. doesn't really benefit me any. And like I said, we're going to talk about these rankings because a lot of these 2 stars and 3 stars, I'm going to do the 1 stars first, then I'm going to do the 2 stars, and I'll break down the rest as we go along. But the breakdowns of the characters, you're going to understand where I was right and where I was wrong about a lot of these characters. We're going to break it down. I'm going to definitely want to take your opinions on that as we go along. As far as the Taco Vault is concerned, you got Spider-Man that's in there. You got Rocket and Groot. You got Luke Cage. You got Storm. You got Magneto. All of which is those 3 stars. If we top in any one of those, it'll be really, really cool. You got some other things that you can top in. Another Blade, Gamora, Scarlet Witch will be a very solid top end right now. Storm, the 3-star Storm will be a good top end as well. Spider-Gwen is in the 4-star slot, as well as the 4-star Blade, which I'm not too gassed about the Blade, but if we get it, cool. If we don't, here nor there. I would love to get that legendary coin, though. That would be a really good pull. It's been a cool minute since I pulled a legendary coin out the Taco Vault. We have 6 tries at it. Hopefully we get more top end than bottom end, but starting off with the bottom end Wolverine 2-star, but I think I still have that 2-star Wolverine, so I think it's going to help and champion him up a little bit, so it's not completely horrible. The next one up, hopefully, is a 3-star. Let's see if we top end something. Another Wolverine back-to-back. Wow, that's a rarity in the Taco Vault where you back-to-back the same, basically the same character. That's pretty odd. Bottom end twice, but at least as a Wolverine, it's something I actually still have in my rotation right now, so I'm not completely mad at that. Hopefully we get a 3-star over here, ISO 8. Well, the reason why I'm not mad at the ISO 8 anymore, because I used to be very mad at getting ISO 8. I'm not anymore because the ISO 8 is better than the 2-stars. So getting ISO 8 is not a complete horrible thing like I thought it was prior to, where I really needed covers. But I really would like the top end. We got 3 cards up, 3 cards down, 2 Wolverines, 1 ISO pull. Another bottom end right there. That's Hawkeye, not Bullseye, excuse me, not really great. Another bottom end. But this is how the pulls go. Y'all know how these go. Sometimes they're great, sometimes they're not so much. This is falling more so into the not so much category. But this is not a bad pull right here. That is the Black Widow. Do I have the Black Widow in there? I think I do. So that's actually a good pull to get the top end of a Black Widow, at least the 3-star one. That's a good pull right there. We actually needed that. It's funny that I top ended something that was not in the major 4 that you could have top ended, but we'll take that. That great Sue Black Widow, very highly rated too. To be honest with you, we're gonna talk about that. One more. So hopefully we top in something else. Didn't top in another Dakin. That's a lot of Dakins that we pulled as well. A lot of Dakins, a lot of Wolverines. Not completely horrible. Let's go into the naughty or not. Well, actually, we'll do this. We'll do the Crash of the Mad Titan. There is a lot of chances to top end here. You got a lot of chances to get like the Elite Coin. You have a lot of chances to get a lot of top end. So basically, it's probably a 30-50 split, if I'm not mistaken. 50% is going to be 50 of the cards are going to be bottom end, 30 of them are going to be top end. And y'all know what I mean by top end, bottom end. 2 stars or below are bottom end, 3 stars and above is top end. And you know, on the top end of things, Ant-Man, Cyclops 4-star, Wolverine. Actually 2 shots at the 4-star Ant-Man, and you have a shot at Thanos as well. As far as like 3 stars is concerned, you got basically every single, well, a good portion of the 3 stars that you could use. Scarlet Witch, Human Torch, of course. If we Black Suit, Great Widow, again, that'd be good. So a lot of good chances, and if you get this coin, that legendary coin, that'll also be a good pull as well. So 1 shot in here so far. If I do another video in the next day or so, hopefully I get some more coins in that regard. Let's see what we have. Hopefully it's top end. Something on the top end of things will be really, really cool. And it's not, and that's been kind of the pull for today. It's not horrible. 2-star Black Widow. I wish it was a 3-star, but it's cool. Not too mad at that. And the naughty or nice. Similar breakdown as far as like the items that you could get. A lot of chance to top end a lot of cards. Rocket and Groot's the most notable one. You got about maybe 4 or 5 shots at it. Couple of shots at the Hood. 2 shots at Cyclops, the 4-star, 2 shots at Kingpin, 2 shots at the Red Hulk, and a couple of shots at getting 1,000 coins. That would be beneficial too, and 10 command points is not a bad look either. And we got 2 shots at this. So, hopefully, we get something very, very good out of these 2. So at least something on the top end. That's all I ask. Come on, D3. We got to close out with something good here. Something on the top end. We get an elite coin, which I would consider that to be somewhat top end if that elite coin turns out to be a 3-star. So the jury's out on the elite coin, but that's definitely a good pull because it gives us another chance to pull something else. One more pull here. Hopefully something on the top end. We need a 3-star, a 4-star. That legendary 4-star token would be good. What do we get? Another bullseye? Really? Wow. That's crazy. Now, let's see if that elite coin paid some dividends. Because it may, and it may not. Last time, it didn't pay dividends. It was only a 2-star. This time, hopefully it's a 3. And it is a 3, so it did pay dividends. So that elite coin turned into a top end pull. Now let's see what that top end pull wound up being. It actually wound up being Beast. I don't know if I have Beast. I think I have Beast on my line too. That's actually not a bad pull. So let's take a look to see how that kind of hits the squad a little bit. Let's take a look. Wolverine, we did get a few covers for Wolverine. So we'll be able to move him up a little bit. Oh, and the next one gives us 3 command points, which would have been beneficial right now, but that's okay. What else did we get? Did we get a Rocket and Groot? No, no Rocket and Groot. We did get a Luke Cage, yes? No, it wasn't Luke Cage, even though I do need to upgrade Luke Cage to get him to level 140. But I think, what did we get? What did we get? What did we get? Oh, it was Black Panther. That's what it was. We did get the Black Panther, Raids of the Panther, which is very good. I think I should upgrade him to 140 because that Raids of the Panther is a very good black gem ability. So I may move him up. I have the ISO 8 to do it. So I'm thinking about moving him up. That's going to be in consideration. As far as like moving Black Panther up as opposed to some of the other ones. Did I get Luke Cage? Nothing on Luke Cage. What else did I get? What else did I get? Nothing there, nothing there, nothing there, nothing. Oh, we got Blade. That was the other one. Blade was the other one we got. And Blade I could also move up as well. Keep your enemies closer. Not a super fire ability. Blade is not, like I said, it's not a super strong character to me, but I do kind of utilize him from time to time to kind of do some different things with Night Stalker and Thirst, but not bad. I think about maybe move up Black Panther is what I'm thinking about doing first, because there's a lot of covers that I could move up. Wolverine's another one I could move up to 153. I actually could, in essence, champion him out, which that may be the better of the 2 moves as well, but I'm not sure. Something to think about. I want to get a little bit more ISO 8 before I really put that into consideration, and maybe get another pull for him as well. So if I get another cover for him, I think that will kind of solidify me like upgrading him for sure, but we'll see. We'll see. Something to kind of keep in consideration. So we'll think about that. Here's the other part I want to show you real fast before I got off. This is the Galactus Hunters. This is the team event that's jumping off right now, so I definitely want to show this to you as well. So if you're on a pretty strong squad, this is the event where you can get your additional coins right now. I wanted to kind of show you this boss fight here. My squad is in round 3. And it's not due to me because I haven't had a chance to do much of anything on here. I played a little bit this morning and that's been the size of it. But with this particular squad, what you have to do is take your squad, go against Galactus, and try to take him down. But his abilities are pretty cool. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go with the blue. I'm gonna go with this particular setup here because I need the Magneto blue in this instance, I believe. So the crazy thing about Galactus is he's going to put these little boulders out, and if you don't take these boulders out in a timely fashion, that's what builds up his abilities, and he could kind of take you down pretty fast. And the first couple of waves is not like a huge deal, but as the waves go on, I can imagine he's going to be a problem. Now see these little counters right here? You want to kind of get these counters down as fast as you can. And so that's going to be my objective, because once these counters get into play, that's going to generate his abilities to pop up really fast. So what I'm doing here is actually trying to max out my blue. And this is the reason why I went with Magneto first, because with the blue ability, the magnetized projectiles does a lot of damage towards him. So that's the reason why I went in that particular direction. Wow. That yellow's going to pop, so I can't do nothing with the yellow there. I wonder what is that going to do? That's going to do 582 damage. It'll convert to the cosmic titles, which is not horrible. I'm going to go ahead and use the red first because a polarizing force may help. Great machines is fine. That's not a horrible play, because what it does is this. I could get the 5 play here to get the special, even though now these, once you start putting these particular cosmic gems in play, it's going to build up his power really fast. So I need to find a way to kind of counteract that. So I think the way I'm gonna counteract it is this. I'm gonna go with polarizing force in this instance to kind of move those gems down in position. Now, even though the red is kind of out of position here, and I have the critical here, I'm not overly concerned about the critical. I am more concerned about utilizing the magnetic projectiles and to be able to rotate those around, because he only has 4,000 hit points left, and so with the magnetized projectiles, I can actually do enough damage to get him out the way. But as he starts to become stronger and stronger and with more hit points, he's going to be extremely difficult to take out. So that's something I wanted to show you in regards to the team up event. And every time you actually complete it, you get some command points, of course. And with that, you gotta have this, the characters needed to kind of progress along, just like any other team up event. In this instance, you have Black Widow. In this particular mix, you have Wolverine, Patch again. That's what's jumping off. I have 7 hours to use these. Daredevil I have as well. The Hulk I have. I think I have all 5 of these. This is a rarity. The only one I don't have is Ghost Rider, and that's been the one constant in the mix. So when you're doing the team up events, it looks like it's going to be a premium to have Ghost Rider on your team. Because if you don't have Ghost Rider, you won't be able to complete all 5 of these in their entirety. You're going to have to wait till they cycle, and even when they do cycle around, the Ghost Rider is still going to be the character you're going to need. Currently, my squad is at round 3, doing pretty well so far, so I'm not really too mad at that at all. So what I'm going to do, I have 73 command points. Normally I won't do this, and I know y'all say I should use this to kind of upgrade my team with the command points, but I'm going to take one quick crack at it. I'm going to use 20 of my command points to go ahead and fire away at a legendary. Hopefully we get a solid 4-star or a 5-star. Let's see what we got. 20 command points. Let's see what we pull. Is it 4 or 5? It's a 4-star, which is cool. What I would like that 4-star to be, something that hits a 4-star that I already have on the line. That's been very difficult to do because there's a lot of 4-stars that it could be, and half the time it doesn't really hit my line, so I have to make a decision on what to do with it if it doesn't. But hopefully this one hits the line. Which one is this one? Punisher. Yep. Now, I have in the hole. That's a good pull. Now, Punisher is a highly rated 4-star character, and like I said, we're going to break those down. Oh, I forgot to add Beast. My fault, Beast. I forgot to add you in there. And Black Widow. Forgot to add Black Widow in there too. Let's go ahead and upgrade both of those real fast. Especially that Black Widow for sure. That 4 on that sniper rifle is going to be really coming in handy pretty shortly. Man, I have 2 covers of Punisher. Weapons expertise creates one black 65 strength strike tile, which is not bad at all. The passive friendly strike tile strength is increased by 8%, in which I could utilize that with like I know Dakin would be one, but I would actually utilize him with Wolverine. So when I do my mid-grade balances, I'm thinking about putting him on my line. I have room to put him on my line. It would be more beneficial because I think both of those covers combined merciless charge and weapons expertise work hand in hand with each other. So I think that's what I'm going to do as far as like adding to the line. But I'm not going to do it just yet. I will wait for your thoughts and ideas on that first before I make a decision on there. And go from that particular perspective. But that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking I'm gonna add him onto the line. Go ahead and utilize some of my coins to add position to make sure I fit him in there. So that was definitely a good pull, believe it or not. I'm not mad at that pull whatsoever. So that's where we are. So the Thanos event is what we're holding down right now. Galactic Hunters team event, 3 days for one. The Crash of the Titans, you got like 9 hours to do. So start getting busy if you haven't done so already. Get those done. Treat it like a Deadpool daily event. That's the way I would go about it. So that's where we are, family. Y'all know who I am. I'm Mr. True Indeed, of course. Y'all know who I represent. It's Holy Circle Gaming. Like always, it's God above everything. Till the next time, family. We'll do it again soon. Salute.